Thank you for coming on into the live and sharing your essence with me in this eternal moment of which we all share, an inextricable and inexorable part. Thank you for doing your part, for coming on in each and every day, and we'll do the same without wasting a single second of your time. Bada bing, bada boom, we go into the charts for Nasdaq futures. This is the first of hopefully many live shows for the Nasdaq. We're first going to go into the open and see how the reaction of the liquidity grab takes us and presents any low-hanging fruit for a potential trade if possible. So if there is some audio issues, I apologize. I did my best to remedy those in parallel. So I'm trying to run Windows dual boot on my Mac, so I might have to mute the music if it is too distracting. I can hear only one in my headphones, but I did disable it in the device's sound output section, so it should be all right. Please let me know in the comments of the thing if you're watching. So we've reclaimed the previous high of the weekly and also coming into the vector of a monthly candle here. Can we continue this push to the upside, or is this going to be a short-lived pump? Let's go ahead and take a look at what our levels are here. So this is a bullish trend-based fib level that the 236 had you at hello on, and we've broken above the resistance and heading into take profit regions up here in this region we are currently entering. For these vectors over to the left, you have a gap over here on the hourly for whatever reason in this region here, and the region high over here on the hourly. We can look to reclaim those if we are bullish for some reactions up in the 15,900 region. Can we see 600 come up today, up into the 786 and beyond? That is to be decided as we take a look into the momentum. Let's go ahead and throw on our oscillators as we go into the open here. The link is in the description for more, momentummaster.info. If you are looking to check it out, you can see all of the components here. On higher time frames, they do give a nice little narrative. Super trend been holding since Saturday for the NQ. Are we going to break this super trend? We have been holding it on the hourly time frame quite nicely for an upside, even with the sideways chop that was provided yesterday. Let's go ahead and look at the lower time frames as we start to go into what Asia and the news was offered. So we had some news release just a moment ago with the what was that release? So we have the news release coming in at 11, so we'll be looking to see what that was. But we just had the PMI release for earlier today, non-farm payrolls, I believe it was. So we're seeing this nuke of the exhaustion of the overbought status coming in here. Is it going to run continuously? That is the question. We had also a cross-up event into London, which has been seeing steady upside on this momentous path. Let's start going into the lower time frames as we saw this move into the news release at 9:30, and it's been holding this range just above that fib level of the bullish trend-based fib. Actually, this is the retrace level of the 706. So let's go ahead and see what's going on. 2 minutes for the open here. We're going to start getting into the nitty-gritty now, splitting our screens and going into what we can possibly see on some of our other, oops, let's go back on that. We'll see if we can see any low-hanging fruit with some divergence and some momentum disparity. Looking into the 30-second and beyond. So we're just gonna be zen about it. We're not having a bias one way or the other. We don't know what we want to see, a continuation or a retrace. We'll know on the pullback and pull the trigger when the case presents itself. So we've seen this super trend on the 1 minute hold, 30-second ambiguously deciding its path. Okay, 30 seconds, or 6 seconds rather, getting the nuke here, potentially gonna see a dip down in below. If we look at the dip into the liquidity down below this range, that makes sense to dip below here. One thing to look at if this is a continuation idea on this microstructure here, you could look at the equilibrium here. Do we have a reaction off this adaptive moving average at the equilibrium? It might even peel out from this point. Holding the super trend of this regular Renko chart. Let's see. We're going to mark off the 11 o'clock hour. The 11th hour is in 30 minutes time. Does the algorithm react at that time? Will it complement this continuation idea to the upside here? We're looking for some easy divergence plays. Not really seeing some clear signal as of yet, but there's no rush. We got all the time in the world. We're making an hour and a half of this potential stream just to see what we can do. Just making sure everything's clear. Everything's clear. Okay, good. So we're coming back into these lows, possibly taking out some of the liquidity here. We could come down lower, potentially taking out all these longs that went long for that news breakout. That would be your equilibrium hit, which we're having right now. If we zoom into this, broke the super trend on the 1 minute. So from this low to this low, we're getting a slight, not quite divergence play yet. Let me go ahead and switch to the 2 minute, see what's going on here. Getting a money flow bearish divergence play possibly playing out here. The super trend on the 2 minute is still holding. 1 minute has broken, but we're getting this cloud kiss potential on the 2 minute, potentially staying inbound. Bounce off the super trend here, possibly going to sweep the highs on these small bar patterns. Getting rejection potential. Cloud is potentially thinning here, the bullishness waning as we break through the cloud. This could be a sweep to the lows now, reaction. That bearish is signal here showing the fatigue of the momentum plus the bearish divergence crystals here, expressing a potential sweep to the lows inbound. You're getting the money flying away on the Optima here. We're getting a sweep to these lows. While this is holding, if this holds the super trend, you do have that sweep and a potential bullish divergence forming from that level here. Cleared that, going into that golden pocket reaction now of that impulse out of here from the news. Let's go back to the 30-second real quick, see what we can see. Getting a little bit of bullish divergence on the money flow, which is pointing downward momentum now across the two lower time frames. Sub 1 minute optimized, hence Optima. Okay. Still flat and observing. So you had that first open, it pushed up and then shifted. So the first shift was to the downside, so they trapped the longs here, and then they're going to sweep them on the bullish intention of people feeling the FOMO to miss out on a long play. They're giving the pain now as they go into a deep retrace region. Previous bearish divergence on the money flow here also starting to play out. That was a nice grab to the downside here. Getting a sweep, we swept these lows, now we're sweeping the other ones, heading down into a region here. You're now red on your medium and lower time frames of the block pattern par of Renko here. If we do the bullish, this pattern, this impulse was taken, we're now going back to the trend-based fib level of the bullish, higher time frame bullish trend-based fib. If you go to the level here and just see what this move had locked in for it, level down here at 15,543 within that microstructure could be the end of that C wave. What do I mean by that? We'll see for yourself. ABC later, coming on down here possibly on that small little liquidation event they engineered there, coming down to an oversold region within the multiple time frame formula. Let's see if it wanes here or continues lower. Looks like they're going for the gold. They're going straight for the low pre-market.
Getting a little bit of money stacking onto the table. Baselines looking to cross perhaps on this lower time frame. We're going to take a look here. See if this has like a little mini reaction. Generally, you'd want to see like a C wave, a BABC, a little bit more dollar cost average extension downward here. They're going all the way for these lows over here now. Breaking the super trend on the higher bar pattern here. So that first shift after the upside path and the bearish divergence on the 2-minute here, with the flame intact here prior to that shift to the downside, was your signal of going short. Money flying away across the time frames from that point. Looks like they are leaving the station without giving a pullback just yet. It's perfectly okay with me. So one thing we'd like to see now is some sort of, if it is a continued retrace to like a continued move to the downside or a rotation to the downside, you would see some sort of equilibrium / golden pocket retrace at some point to give you another chance to enter. If it's extremely bearish, the equilibrium would be at some point here. They've expressed that it is not to the upside thus far by breaking this low. Massive $100 move to the downside for the most part. Over $100 move to the downside here. Let's go to the 30-second, see if there's some sort of cross-up event confirming here. Starting to get money stacked on the table. We'll just take a short little scalp here. Let's switch to a tight stop here and just see what happens. This is a tight one, so we'll just take this short little pullback DCA bounce for the longs and see what happens if it just gives us a little bit of a bounce here. Low hanging fruit only. Stop moving into profit trailing with this ATM strategy, this tight one. We'll see how it goes. They're hitting the super trend on the 8 bar. 28 ticks, 34 ticks, 40 ticks, stop into profit. 50 points up now on the move. 60, 70 ticks. Trailing into profit. It will knock us out across 2 evals. That was a quick little scalperoo. What was I looking at on the momentum? Well, the cross-up event of the baselines have you at hello. That's what is one of the leading moving average formulas, one of the few you'll find on the market, plus the oversold region of the multiple time frame formula here on Optima and the money stacking onto the table, as you can see here, clear as day. Smooth 60 ticks, sniping bottoms like they're nothing. and then it'll kick us into profit, but it's all good in the hood. We'll have a double bottom, possible re-entry. Either way, we're in the green. That was a little 4-pack with, you have a little bit of a runner, still running over 100 ticks now. Not bad. I'll just take that little thing, just see what's going on, take that screenshot for later. And the oversold region, just put that out for the group, momentummaster.info. Let's go to the stocks chat. All right, so it's going to kick us out here most likely at that bullish trend-based fib level. Going to go beneath it. Yep, knocked us out. That was a good 70-point move, and then this will most likely be a dollar cost average continuation to the downside. This is your C wave hit. So the people that were trapped here dollar cost averaged, and we were happy to take their money as they dollar cost averaged to their demise.
Fatality.
And that's what will happen as you get trapped trying to play the open, the wrong side of the trade will come back to bite you, which is why it's better to just be patient. Take the low-hanging fruit when they present. Don't have an idea about anything other beyond that. All right, so going back to Momentum Master, it did give the cross up, which gave us a little bit of a bounce, 60 points, not bad. And this is your ABC continuation idea. So this will also give you some math to look at, looking at this impulse and the retrace. If this holds the 236 idea here on this microstructure, then this bearish idea will take you down into, that's why my C wave is down there automatically. It's just like, you know, the math if you trade it enough. So it looks like it's already breaking that low, but we're getting some bullish divergence here. This could be a double bottom potential bounce out if they did sweep that liquidity. Still have this interesting area they left intact here. Trying to sweep the super trend of the shorts in profit here. Knock them out a little bit to continue lower. Test of the 236 here. Also DCA demise level for the longs that are trapped. Getting a cross up event cascading to the 1 minute here. Interesting to note. Do we want to take it? Not really feeling it just yet. I think it could go a little bit more extreme to my liking. And then we can move this down a little bit more now too. Boo, boo, boo. Yeah, shout out to anyone here. What's up, Rainier? I figured I'm gonna be looking at the charts anyway. I might as well just do what I do in silence with potential people watching. 236 holding here for some C wave continuation down to liquidate some longs that are trapped up here as they DCA to their demise. We took that for 74 ticks or so, stopped, trailed into profit, and knocked us out. But it's all good in the hood. We're just trying to scalp little micro bounces of these guys trying to dollar cost average to their demise. We're actually like counter trading this right now. We saw the money stacking on the table on Optima and then just said, all right, why not? It got above the dead zone line here and I just took that little wave up. Now you're getting the wave down, the money flying away. Holding of that 236, if one were so inclined, you could just take that short down to these regions. If we look at the power of the lows of the Renko, we are attacking these previous low regions on this 16 bar period. On the 32, you have other unequal lows here that they could come sweep to continue this all the way down to the 300 region. But we're jumping the gun. So coming back to a lower bar period, we're currently seeing that sweep at 500. Coming to the sub 490 region, getting a little bit of bullish divergence starting to form here, but I would like to see more pain, please. Cool. Glad it can be of value / service. I don't know. I just like, I want to try to find a more regular streaming schedule, and I think, Nasdaq is where my interest lies as of this moment. So doing the Asia Open for Bitcoin because it's still a pet project, and then doing the Nasdaq New York Live, doing 2 streams. We're going to upgrade the levels here. So going into the silver bullet in about 10 minutes here with a sweep to the lows. We're moving the Fibonacci levels down lower as we go for the retrace idea. If it does impulse back up as it goes up to here and then fades, then you could be looking for a continuation play if this is bearish. This is a previous range high level here at 610. We're rejecting off of. Getting some money flow divergence here as well on the Qiqing. Is the music doubled up? Can you tell me if it's doubled up? I tried disabling it here under sound output for parallels, but it doesn't seem to make a difference. I'm trying to isolate what the issue could be. So you could come sweep up one of these pools of shorts. We're getting 3 lower bar periods, swept the lows here on the 32 bar, starting to see bullish divergence on the 32nd. This is what we like to see, starting to form on the 1 minute as well. Not buying it just yet. Still could go deeper retrace mode in my opinion. Still holding the 236 of that bearish idea. The 236 is your guide. It's not really giving strength. The cloud still downwards momentum. Bearish super trend of the 32nd holding as well as the 1 minute. Your counter idea to that idea is this baseline cross up of the 1 minute here and the bullish divergence that's starting to form. They're trying to scare out the shorts and at the same time give some hope to the longs here. This will also rise the value of the RSI, so when they do a deeper retrace, it can still maintain the bullish divergence levels on a deeper retrace for the patient player. Yeah. So we missed this idea up here, but it's all good. We did take this little 60-point move, quick and easy out. Smooth as butter. Butter, butter, butter. And yeah, let's see what's going on. Hey, CNC, thanks for stopping in, man. Appreciate you. Doing something a little bit different here. September 1st, new month, new candle, new energy. Let's try some New York Open Nasdaq, shall we? From now on, I will be trying to do this every day. I will not try, I will do it every day. I have been doing it every day since my birthday, so it's been 6 months of doing it every day. We're going to try to get more regularity to the stream, so there's more algorithmic connection to possibilities of others joining us. So yeah, this baseline still ambiguously holding on the 30-second, ironically, as it's drifting to the downside. As it starts to cross here to the downside, this could get a fortuitous grab of liquidity beneath these regions. We have yet to see a reaction off the 706/786 region. I'd like to see a hit down below here, some more, deeper. They have those 80 levels, which they like to reclaim. So coming down into that 78 level, I'm sure if we look at Bookmap, there'll be some liquidity down there. But I'm not going to lower the latency of my stream by looking at it right now. In the future, I have a meeting with a footprint software company that's going to let me access to their footprint chart stuff, so I can look at trap traders live, similar to like 𝗥𝗲𝗹𝗁𝗁, but I'll be doing that with Nasdaq. So hopefully that will be coming as an addition. We'll see. I need to look at it in more detail. I have a Zoom meeting with that person on Monday, London time. I have my days off again, so I can have that. Starting to get a curvature of the 30-second here, so we could be getting a kind of shift. Look for a reaction, possibly to come above this and then reclaim the 236 and go. You are getting the baselines and the money stacking in. If you're short, then this could be coming for those shorts in profit here. Already tick out the super trends completely on the 8 bar here. Could be coming to the 540 highs. That's also coinciding with the 236. Cloud is still thick though, but the curvature has piqued my interest here. This curvature. Everything's fractal in nature within Momentum Master, so what you see on the higher time frames will also express here. I'm gaining more trust in my cloud formula as I watch how other people do it, and see that the cloud is actually pretty spot on. Also the adaptive here with the super trend gives you all that mathematical fun stuff for where to reject at. So this bullish divergence did play out here. We didn't feel the urge to take it for some reason, but it's all good. We took this one. Looking for a deeper retrace, to be honest. So if we see a rejection here into off the cloud and it doesn't reclaim the cloud, then you'll have this possible C continuation down to here as it dollar cost averages the longs to their demise. So it's all about how many they peaked in interest wise. So this is where, if I was looking at a footprint chart live, I'd be able to see who was pinged in where on a separate kind of system here. I always like looking at liquidity, so as I gained my understanding of the markets, like momentum is just one facet. You got the momentum, the math, and the liquidity combined. That makes the sauce special. So momentum is not to be ignored, and liquidity is not to be ignored. They're all a trifecta onto their own. So we're reclaiming the cloud here on the 30-second here, getting that momentous cross up of the baselines holding beneath the price action here, getting some possible shift to the 1 minute here on the upwards path to that equilibrium zone just before the what's it called, the silver bullet time frame. So coming back into this equilibrium range of this impulse to the downside, it would be taking you to that 580 region. Also the cloud and the super trend on the 1 minute, adaptive and super trend on the bearish of the 30-second starting to break here as they liquidate the shorts. That would have been a smooth little play here. I wasn't liking the consolidation nature of it. It didn't immediately take off, so I wasn't going to get like trapped down to these regions here for the FOMO of that bullish divergence. But the bullish divergence was spot on there. Good on Momentum Master for having that at hello. Starting to get that sweep of these highs. Coming back up here, possible rejection off this 50 on the 16 bar. And that's the Renko momentum that we're looking at just over there on the Ninja Trader charts. not anything to do with Momentum Master, but it's a momentum style nonetheless. It's a noise reduction filter. That's the best way I could put it. But this reduces a lot of noise either way if you just get into the nitty-gritty of it. So how's the sound sounding? I'm in Italy for another 2 weeks. That is awesome, man. I hope you're enjoying it, man. Always appreciate when you stop in, man. So getting a potential cloud kiss. Now, if you see this kiss and hold, it could be going higher at this time. So this little holding pattern of that shifting cloud structure, if it starts to shift and go back to this, we cannot discount the idea of this little micro equilibrium here. So which one is it? The chicken or the egg? Which one came first? Where are we going? Are we going up or down? Down or up? And now we're getting that algorithmic. Oop, there we go. All right, breaking it. Money flying away, some volume entering the picture here. Who are they going for is the question. $236. If it closes beneath this 236, you're starting to see this possible continuation stab below. Cloud is not holding on the 30-second at all. You still have this uncurved 1 minute, which has yet to cascade here. Yep, that was not. And all in all, this is just a consolidation pattern right here. We're in an idiot box on this 30-second thing. This is, in the wise words of Peyton, an idiot box is just a B wave to continue lower. So this entire thing is just setting up for this to continue lower. It's a dollar cost average bounce of some other people that dollar cost averaged here, perhaps. Starting to shift to 16, 8 bars bullish, and could get a pullback here and give a 16 bar potential entry. They went a little bit beneath the cloud here. Cloud flattening here on the angle, still not thinning out, still getting a large selling potential. On the opposite end of the spectrum, you have a bearish divergence kind of forming on this end. The look back exceeds the look back, so it's not going to display it here, but you have a higher high, but you're getting a higher value on this. I always listen. Best commentary on the tube. Wow, that's very kind of you to say. So getting in rejection off the adaptive on the 30-second and the cloud on the 1 minute here. Cloud of the 1 minute still extremely bearish, not showing any signs of abating angle-wise. You'd have to see a stab up to it, but this interesting Undertaker play coming down and up to reclaim that cloud on the 30-second could be a hidden bullish signal here as they start to express some interest in the shorts. As they put the battering ram up to the cloud, that is what shifts the angle here. So looking at what that is offering, we got to zoom into the cloud to see it. potentially battering ram getting ready to hit it. It would also be the bearish super trend on the 1 minute here. So eyes on the prize though, if it is this whole entry for a continuation to the downside, if it cannot get above equilibrium of this 1580 region, then that could be your entry model for that continuation of a larger B consolidation into a C wave down. So if we just take this here and just put it as the idiot box being the C wave, so this idiot box could just be a B wave up to a lower, deeper C down below. So not to be fooled that this could be the engineered way out, but you did get that little mini ABC here, not to be confused. That did happen, and you got that reaction out. That was an interesting bullish divergence play though with that ABC. I thought it was too soon to be offering such a low-hanging fruit, but sure enough. Wait, what happened to, oh, I guess I deleted it. Why did that happen? Hold on. Let me do the trend-based fib level. It got erased. Impulse. We could just do this again, impulse retrace to here now. And so the 236 for a deeper retrace. It's funny how that goes to the 706. It's hilarious. It's just like you know exactly where the angle is going to be. So the 458 region, if this is confirmed off of the 28, 528 would have you in this B consolidation idiot box. Idea would be to see yourself down to there if it does not hold. Just waiting for fatigue levels to kick in. The cloud on the 30-second is expressing a shift here, that angle giving that consolidation, reclaiming idea of going higher. I'm not keen on the idiot box, that's why it's called the idiot box, so I'm just chilling on the sidelines observing, but it did shift either way, banging its head against the adaptive on the 30-second, which happens to be the cloud on the 1 minute. Banging its head. All right, let's go take a look. So it's coming back to a super trend level on the 16 bar here, also on the sleeper beneath the 8 bar, starting to get some bearish retest vibes on the larger period, which is red. So this could be that ABC idea on the larger time frame, and this could be an inversion of a long idea. So we're here for it. You're getting bearish divergence on multiple indicators here from this impulse here. So we could be seeing a fatigue point. We're going to wait for a little bit of a surge up here. The cloud is not ultra thick on the 30-second, which is suggesting a lack of strength. So this could be your pullback for a strength move to the other side. So you have this shift to the downside and the pullback to the upside, and then you have some more strength possibly inbound to the downside here. And we're just seeing how high this dollar cost average hopium for the longs play is. Granted, we did take this little scalp of the long. I'm not opposed to taking a long here, but it's just the violence in which they took it out here expresses a potential of maybe not being done. So we're looking for some sort of scaring of the shorts, at the same time giving hopium for the longs, B wave, and then possibly shifting out here. Getting some, I had a flame for a second there, got negated as we came up above that range on the 1 minute. If we go to the 2 minute, let's see what other signals we can see. Nothing as of yet. So we did reclaim that cloud on the 1 minute, but the downwards path of it has not yet curved, and we reclaimed it by it coming to us, not us going to it. So it's not a sign of strength just yet. Bearish divergence on that 30-second did play out with a shift to the upside, though cloud is still holding. I am not short or long, I'm completely flat. This was a kiss off of that super trend trifecta on the 16 bar. I'm not necessarily sold on equilibrium either. I do have the ability to just shift this like to the pocket and at a moment's notice, but I just look at equilibrium first and see what it does there. I don't like having the entire Fibonacci on my chart, so I have these different deep retrace templates and pocket reach templates on there. So we're at the equilibrium of that impulse, we're at that B idea. Does it hold here and go higher, or is this where it rejects to potentially go lower? Getting a momentum shift on multiple lower time frames here, a green dot flashed for a split second, starting to get a rejection, potentially speaking. Who knows? Money flowing in, but the zone is rising as well, expressing there needs to be more stepping up to the plate here on the 30-second for it to be genuine. Need to see some more bearish divergence forming for me to be super keen on the idea. So essentially that bullish divergence back here on the 30-second had you at hello with a deep retrace back in double bottom idea shift out, and that would have had you from the 500 region up to the 78, a $78 move, now back in the $80 region. Bang, we're between the adaptive and the weighted moving average on the 1 minute here. You had previous bullish divergence that I don't know how somehow traversed pivots between this one, so that's kind of weird how that worked out. So the retracing back in, potential hitting the 200 here on the 16 and the 50 on the 32 bar. 32 bar now shifted to ambiguously not bearish or bullish. Are they engineering liquidity to the downside here is the question. So this is going up with it, so technically you need to break beneath the 555 region. This now changes as you impulse out of here. Moving this into the pocket region now. We've expressed momentum beyond the equilibrium region, going into the golden pocket, potentially speaking. this was like a little mini ABC out of here with that instant pullback for 1 minute. Cloud ambiguously thin though. I'm not really liking that the momentum is not so steady. It seems to be a squeeze scare tactic / hopium idea if it does not go up above this range. So looking for a reaction off of the 0.66 or 65 level, perhaps. Need some more bearish divergence to form of some kind. So far no divergence, so that was the last divergence you had. So I wasn't sure if you responded. Would the audio was not doubling up, or yo Smurf, what's up? Is the audio double for the music? Because if it is, that's pretty annoying, and I'll turn it off. I can only hear one, so I don't know. I turned off the parallel device's output, sound output, hoping that was the issue. Disabled the sound on the Windows on Mac. It works pretty smooth on Mac, but it has these weird things that occur. So we're getting a shift on the 1 minute cloud. The selling momentum has shifted slightly, but this could be misleading as we come back to bearishly kiss the cloud, as we call it. We're looking for this kiss now. How does it react off the kiss? Does it come down and kiss it and hold it as strength, or does it just break right through? This could be getting the money flowing out here, baselines crossing down, potentially cascading to the 1 minute. Getting the momentum shift change to the downside here as of 30 seconds ago, getting the money flying away. Cloud still steady on the 32nd. Oh, we got confirmed like money flow divergence here 4 minutes ago on the money flow, bearish divergence there, and then that's when we started to see the flying away of the money. So let's go. It did it. Where's that reaction? The equilibrium. So it went just above the equilibrium to not even the 618. It's doing this slow, steady climb, so that's why I'm not so quick on the trigger just yet. And this shift of the 1 minute cloud, the angle here is potentially showing some strength, but this 30-second cloud is slightly thin, but thickening up as of this last 2 minutes. As we look at the 8 bar, they're coming back down beneath the super trends here, stopping out some of the longs, inducing some of the shorts, coming to the 200 and the 50 on the 32 bar and the 16 bar. You had one pullback already. This is the shift. Are you going to continue into momentum all the way up here?
we're not ignoring that this super trend /50 rejection on the larger time frame could be shifting here in either direction. So we have a larger bearish divergence forming here across hidden bearish anyway on the 1 minute that could be playing out here. How far does it play out? Is it reclaiming this adaptive on the 1 minute to see itself to the upside? Definitely setting a signal for people to enter, but it's not an extreme liquidity grab on either side of the spectrum, so I'm not really interested in the reaction here because it could be fake, a fake out. Let's get a little bit more of a squeeze. Went from the 70 back down. So we only took that one trade for like 70 points back here, but quality over quantity, eh? You know? I don't know. I don't know, man. What's up, Burrow? What's up, Kev? Good to see ya. Yeah, I was watching. I love Max's sauce and everything. Like this chart is really beautiful. But I was like, hey man, I could be doing this too. You know, like a lot of it it's all speculation, right? So it's all about presenting it in a manner. I'm not presenting it. I'm trying to be as like zen about it as possible. Like it's showing me this, it's showing me that. There's this ambiguous shift in the cloud to the upside, and these are all real, right? I've learned to trust my components because they are no more or less real than this stuff on the Renko. And this did play out, and the trend cloud shift kiss thing did play out here too. So it's all the same. It just depends on what you focus on, right? And what you trust. Do you trust the cloud kiss here? I wasn't trusting it necessarily. I didn't trust the bullish divergence here that Optima gave you, but that was also a thing. We're getting some bullish divergence here that's starting to play out on the cloud. So the idea of like the, what's it called, the quote-unquote silver bullet idea is that it gives you like this entry for a longer move at some point in the silver bullet. So if it comes back into this region, this could be the overall end leg of this move going into the end of this hour. You know, like this entire region is your silver bullet idea that everyone likes to talk about after the open, and the open had this shift to the downside, and then they started to reclaim the liquidity. But if there's an idea of continuation in there, then it would retrace into these mathematical levels, which don't ever let these guys out necessarily, and then it continues to the downside, which is why we have this other narrative thing here. 236 is your guide though. It's also the bullish trend base fib level at the 558 region. It's a Friday. Any interesting things going in? What was the news that was on the Forex factory? It was like something from 11. It was manufacturing prices. So that was, I don't even know what the forecast being higher means. It's green, so I'm guessing that means good. Green is good, right? But good for what exactly? The dollar? Good for, yeah. It's relative, right? What is good?
So you're getting the adaptive and the weighted and the cloud all gearing up here on the 30-second. So you're flat on the 8 bar, starting to get flat on the 16. You could come back and kiss this again. It's not really a huge leg up here. You're at the super trend of the 32, which is flat, and the 50 on the 32 is also a potential shift zone, which is why we got this B leg. And that, here you go. And let's go see what's going on here. One-minute cloud starting to pick up a little bit of angular momentum here. You did get that do not enter symbol on the 32nd at the tippity top there. That was nice. Always listen. All right. I'm gonna try something with a 3-pack with a wider stop here, because you have an unequal low here and you have a low here that they could sweep easily. So I'm gonna go with the C wave theory here. Let me see if this is lining up properly. We don't really have any bearish divergence. That was the bearish divergence point with that Chaiking crystal back here. Still essentially chop worthy though, and this consolidation, it's got to break that 558 region. We are coming back to that cloud. We already broke the 30-second cloud. Curvature on the 32nd here, insinuating slight weakness here. The tapering of the 1-minute cloud. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Here we go. Let's see. Wider stop here. Let's just see. Let's just see, mon ami. I only have 13 here, but 3 micros, so it's like a small little play here. Already down though. That was a cloud kiss surge out by the looks of it. It puts me in at this region. We're in the middle of the range though. This is not a really good place on what Momentum Master has to offer. Generally, having this sweep of the low oversold and overbought regions in these regions of values is where you start to find that deeper pullback idea. So I was just going off the bearish kiss idea of this trap possibly being laid to the longs here, and it looks like I bought properly. I saw it properly, and looks like we're sweeping possibly these 8 and 16 bar patterns. We're already up 50 points on this one. We're gonna move the stop into profit just because I don't want to see it come back against me. All right. The trailing stop should, oh, what the, that's ridiculous. So it came back immediately off the super trend, but it gave me, I think, 30 points off that. Should have had that tighter stop formula on. It would have given me at least 2 contracts out at that region. It's choppier. There's no like direct, that was a directional entry model, but we're flat and we were in profit because we moved the stop into profit because we've seen it come back like that before. That was a cloud kiss reaction there on the 1 minute. Rejection off the 30-second, reaction off the 1 minute. This is why the realities that present themselves here. So what is going on? Let's try this again. Wait a minute, let me see. Alright, yeah, let's do it. I'll bite it is good. Alright, keep going. Some more momentum, please. Momo. Give us some more momentum, please. Momentum Master, please. Come on, man. It's got to sweep that low completely. Follow through. Come on, you can do it. Let me go back to Momentum Master real quick. So in a heartbeat, it could snap right up. So yeah, we broke the 236. So if we can hold this 236 in the break of the super trend on the 30-second, we could be good. We broke the cloud too on the 1 minute. Money flying away on the 1 minute too. I think this is a good entry idea. Let's just get a little bit of follow through if possible. I would like to see a little bit more oomph to the move so I can move it into profit and be done with it. I don't like meandering around like this. Follow through, follow through, follow through. Nope. Follow through. You can do it. So this is the, you got red and flat on these Renko chart things. So I'm digging this. All right, finally. Follow through. Boom. Follow through. Let's go. 80 points, 90. We saw it. We saw it. Thank you. Thank you. Now the profit go. I got kicked out of one contract. We're in profit now. 90 ticks up. Let the runners do their thing. If this runs, it'll just run. Boom, boom, boom. 100 ticks. Locked and loaded. Let's just, that's 2 for 2 for the day. And your C wave is saying see you later to the longs. You did have this cloud kiss potential. It did give you the kiss. We saw it as a trap because the thinning of the 30-second had you at hello here. We're going to post that idea too, just for record keeping purposes. Okay, and then let's see what we're doing. Is there stop holding? It's a pretty tight stop. It's meant to just give you as much as the momentum will give, because I'm not really trying to like nurse it. So I want to see it like surge down. It's like a surge. It's a frugal surge one. I still need to tweak it a little bit. The adaptive stop loss idea for it anyway. It's meant to be a momentum shift one. So if it's meant to be shifting, it's not going to come back. So it should be staying about a bar away. So that's why it keeps moving into profit. Boom, boom, boom. Adaptive stop loss, baby. Adaptive. 128 ticks. We'll take another screenshot of that as it gets to our second take profit here. This is going to stop us out here probably on this bounce. It's all good. It's 100 points at least locked and loaded on those 3 contracts. Ooh, can it follow through some more, please? That would be lovely. And we're shifting the 32 to red now. All right. I'd love to see more follow through, please. Thank you. Follow through. You're in the middle of the 236. You have to go lower to the 65 and the 706. I don't even know what I'm doing. All right. Sorry, we're like messing around here. Banger Town, baby. You got it? Nice. That's how you like be, you know, coercible to the charts, man. It's just like let it. Oh, knocked me out. All good. I got 100 points or 100 ticks on that, and that's why it's a tight stop, because then I don't need to nurse it and I get the max of that wave. Boom. And it could keep going lower, but it's just coming back to the super trend to stop out those 8-bar people that are over leveraged with minis and whatnot. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. We're getting that C wave potential below the 236 of this thing. We could come up for one last hurrah in this hour, the last 10 minutes. If you approach the last 10 minutes of the hour, you should be looking to get out into your trades then. Like, you don't want to be entering your trade on after 50, according to my research on this topic of the silver bullet. So coming into the last 10 minutes of this is where you would want to find your trades before that. So that was why I was trying to find that at the half-hour point here. There's something to be said about that idea. We did come up above that equilibrium point, and I was seeing that failure of the equilibrium, so I also took that here. Like, we never made it to the idea of the what's it called, the 618, but I'm not like locked on that 618. We did meander around the 0.5, and that 0.5 equilibrium rejection was where I took it. So that was the literal like top with that cloud fatigue on the 30-second. See that? So the cloud fatigue on the 30-second, you got 2 hits up there at the equilibrium point and failure. So yeah, finding those like quick reactions and then just be done for the day, really. That's, I think that was good enough. I think 200 ticks, I think, or is 170 ticks, I think, for the 70 locked in on the first trade, and then at least 100 on the second. But yeah, it's a decent little thing. And then just I'll stick to my rules. I had a little meeting with my wife today. I was like, I can't seem to follow my own rules, so I have to, at midnight she will come and be like, okay, show me the gains. biznatch. If I can't show her the gains, then she's gonna turn off the Wi-Fi. So I delegated that duty to her. So if I can't follow my rules, if I'm not disciplined enough, then she has to kind of be my manager. But I'm fine with that. She could walk stiletto heels on my back. I don't care. So this getting a little bounce out here. So we got this reaction, this Undertaker play. Shout out to Smurfington with the Undertaker. This is the cross-up. And this is why you don't want to ignore the cross-up events of the baselines here. When this crosses up, it however slight, it gives you it takes your profit away from you. You don't know how slight or large that will be. And this is another bearish retest of the 236 perhaps. But yeah, it gave back half the move just there. So sure, I could have flipped positions, but I'm not really like trying to go that hardcore flipperoo on it. I've been down that path though. I know what that's like. I'm trying to keep it copacetic and zen-like. So we're getting this downwards trajectory of the 30-second. This could be just a little AB shizzle. Shout out to Kev within the AB shizzle. So this is the potential C of this longer C, saying see you later to the longs. No guarantees, mon ami, but you know what I mean. They did hook, line, and sinker. Some people were beneath that 236 of the bearish trend base fib levels. You could go like, I have a really tight stop loss one, so I'm gonna do the tight trail stop that just like you go into momentum like this, and then it immediately kicks you into profit. Oh shit, but it was only 15 ticks I just gave back there. Not, this one is on minis too, but damn it. Yeah, you need those wide stops right now. It's like not as follow through with it. Just gave back 30 ticks on that. This is like a tight scalpers ATM thing that I was running a while back that like immediately kicks you out or immediately gives you profit if it's going somewhere. Not forgiving in either direction, but pays you if it pays. Bearish divergence on the 30-second. We're entering the last 20 minutes of the hour. Essentially one big consolidation path if you look at it on a larger scale. I'm going to switch to the 4-pack idea and do this one that gives a little bit more forgiving one, because I was giving that back unnecessarily and I could have just held this like this, you know. We'll see. We will see. Let's do a retrace real quick just to be safe, on the safe side of the other side of the equation. We're at the equilibrium of that pocket too. It's a golden pocket reaction that's happening here on this impulse out. Not really buying it though, because there's more uneven lows here, but it could be wrong. Already am wrong, technically speaking, and it's gonna boot me out on this one trade for a Perhaps. Perhaps, perhaps, perhaps. What's up, Andrew? Yo. Hey, hey, Subi guy, what's going on? So, yeah, we're just checking this out this hour. When we reach the end of the hour, we will bid you adieu and leave it at that. We'll maybe shout out some posts inside the Discord, but I'm gonna be done basically for the day. So we'll see how it plays out. If we're still in the trade, we'll let the trade play out by that time. But basically the cloud on the 1 minute is shifting to the downside here. We're getting this curvature angle, and we could be getting bought back here, but while they try to not allow shorts to remain in profit here. About to get stopped out on this like re-entry idea. And 15 minutes, 15-minute candle closes in 1 minute here, 6 seconds. We do have potential cross on the 1 minute. Not negated. Good, good, good. I'd love to see this continue because the angle in which this cloud is going down insinuates that it's going lower. We had the bearish divergence, which was what we got back in on. Could be wrong. It all depends on how many over leveraged people enter, you know. It's all it is, right? If too many over leveraged people entered short there, then it's gonna basically come back and grab them. Just give me my 2 contracts out and then I will be happy camper. Back at break even. So this is a mini consolidation, A, B, C. Trash consolidation equals B wave to C wave continuation, in the words of Peyton. So let it be. C wave. See ya later. C, por favor. Now my stop is in profit. It knocked me out in profit. Good. Successful trade. So, I mean, I could have kept that wider in the stop there, whatever, you know. I just made back the stupid, super tight stop one that I was running, thinking that it was going to run immediately there, but it's going to keep running by the looks of it, to the lows. All the way to the lows, señorita. Congrats if you're in that. We're overall green for the day. That was like, technically those 2 little super tight ATM strategy ones were losses, so that was like 2 losses, and then we had the last one that was a win, so that was like 3 out of 5, whatever. But overall the ticks were what's best important. So the ticks were overall, I would say, like, I don't know, still that last bit was like 30 ticks back, so we basically made the loss back. And that's it. Well, we're approaching the end of the hour here, folks. Hopefully you got some nice little juicy scalps within the hour with me. I wasn't trying to bring a bias one way or the other. I literally took a nap before opening the charts. Like I was asleep back here. And then I started streaming, you know, 5 minutes before I looked at the charts. I found, like, if I look at the charts fresh with Bitcoin as well, I don't have a bias because there's no ability to have a bias because I don't look at anything. I'm just like, oh, this is what I'm seeing right now, and then that's what happens. So, I mean, it's better to keep that 0 point mind, right? Be in the 0 point space, right? So we're going to the downside as of this moment in time. Money flying away on Optima. Money flying away on the 1 minute as well. You had that bearish divergence crystal, hidden bearish, by the way. It was hidden because you had a higher high on the oscillator at that 50 level. Shout out to Peyton with the 50s. That 50 level rejection while getting a lower high. That's why we re-entered there. It wasn't random. We were seeing the 236 bearish trend-based fib respecting cloud rejection and the bearish divergence crystal. So we already had this idea of the C wave continuation in mind. So that was what got us in. We shouldn't have had that tight stop on those two that knocked us out there, and we would have been good in the hood. We should have had a wider stop, and then it would have been perfect for the entire day. But beggars can't be choosers, and I'm begging for some love to hit that like button. So please like the content if you do, and we'll try to keep this copacetic analysis going into September. Trying to keep the transparency up too, so that I don't sabotage myself, because I know how difficult, you know, getting triggered can be. I'm accurate only until I'm not, and then I do stupid stuff, and I can be first to admit that. So, all right, well, let's see what you guys saying. Very nice. Yo, what's up? What's up, Kev? Did you catch any of that? Hopefully. No? Can anyone give me like some sort of like icon or whatever if you did? Give me some horses. let's do some horse stuff. Do you have any horses if you horsed into anything positively? So this is where you reach that 50 last 10 minutes, like not really a wise point to like enter. So if anyone's like entering short, that they get chopped up in this point. And that was your zone, that bearish retest of the cloud on the 32nd with that 236 respecting of the trend-based fib levels. I love my trend-based fibs. They're essentially like a monitor of the C wave. You know, I'll just go over that at the end here, wrapping it up in a nutshell. So basically your ABC waves, your impulse and your retrace, right? So let's just go off into La La Land and show that. So you have your impulse and your retrace, and then continuation, your ABC, you know. And then you don't know where the C wave is going to go, so you have to basically use a trend-based fib for that, and then you use these fibs, and then they show you. That's why this ends up at the 1 here automatically. You do it enough, you know what that's going to be, and then it basically takes you down to that 1, but you're expecting like some sort of you know, consolidation chop in this region, like, so they try to like bounce it up and like play around, and then they eventually go back down here. So this is why I don't really consider the long necessarily if we're in this larger thing. And conversely, you know, it's the same thing if you reverse it. It's just, you know, the 236 is on the other side. So this is what you look at when you're measuring it. So when you're only in the B wave, you don't know what's going to happen here with the C, or will it even happen, and you use the 236 as your guide. I don't know where I got that, but it was like a long time ago when I studied trend-based fibs, where that 236 was your entry model or like confirmation. So even if it comes up, you know, like up here, then you could just basically take that down on an ABC within an ABC kind of deal. And like even this, like if you had that ABC within an ABC, you have like the trend-based fibs within that. You could just do impulse retrace in that, and that one will take you down to the 786 here. So there's like fractals within fractals within fractals of information with the math, and it just gives you that monitor, so you're not just staring at a line on your chart, essentially. So, and that's it. As we approach the end of the hour, hopefully you had some good sessions as I did. Boom, nice. Subi guy took something. Nice. But yeah, the trend-based fibs, if you want to see the settings that I use for them. I just do this. All right, I use the 236 in gray, 786 as a wall potential consolidation range before it hits that one level, and then the one in the 1382 is ideally where you would see this massive rip to that region, and that's your take profit for like a larger runner, and the 0.65706 for like a engineered like trap door slash you know, way of that where that's going to rip to the downside and continue. And that's, yeah, the 236 for your entry. And so you could have had a runner with the wide stop trailing this entire journey using the, with Momentum Master, I always forget this myself. You have a trailing stop formula. I don't know if you guys have seen that. It's a second super trend, so you can, and it tells you the price, so you could be using the super trend for your stop into profit as you go. 15,544 for your stop between the regular super trend, which is tighter, which is default, and the somewhere between that region, like putting that stop up in here for your short as you monitor it going lower. I wasn't going to stay in because I, you know, want to be able to communicate with you guys properly without getting fixated. So yeah, there you go, getting the move to the downside as predicted. Focus on something specific.
Word. Phrase.
A phrase. Yeah, so that's one thing that's in there from back in the day. One of those little sleeper formulas within it that's not even listed. The gift that keeps on giving, right? All right, well, that is my approach to the final stretch here on the hour and a half we spent with price action together. So hopefully you had some fun trades taken, didn't get chopped up within the chop suey slow rise here. We were just patiently waiting for that divergence to play out on Optima. They had that do not enter, that noteworthy do not enter. That was a very nice signal there. It was the literal top there. We had this double top idea, that also that note the value of the oscillator here on Optima, and that do not enter symbol. That was your something to think about trusting in the future. Same thing here, do not enter was your top with the stochastic array on ultimate. In conjunction with ultimate, it just gives you that higher time frame like nuance to what's going on, so you don't need to look at the higher time frame. Gets irritating sometimes to see it repeat, but what you gonna do, you know? And that's the end, my friends. So I'll see you in the Discord. For the other guys, I'll try to post something if there's any other low-hanging fruit that I see as I wrap up here. So thank you for coming on into the live and sharing your essence with me in this eternal moment of which we all share, an inextricable and inexorable part. Thank you for doing your part, for coming on in each and every day, and we'll do the same, bringing the fire, the accuracy, the precision, and all that fun stuff, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.